Hi everyone, happy holidays. I know it's been a really long time since I made a video, but unfortunately, as you can see, this is happening. For those of you that don't know, I am a surrogate and I am almost 8 months pregnant and I've slowed down quite a lot. So some of you that watch my channel might already know that from following me on social media or from interacting with me recently. I've had to cut back on a lot of things. So I wanted to make my normal holiday giveaway video, but I also wanted to update you all on a few things. So before we get to the holiday giveaway and before I overheat, let me update you on what's happening. So the first update is I have suspended repairs in my shop. So a lot of you have counted on me to help you troubleshoot and fix your BeBeDolls over the past couple of years, but it just became too much for me, especially right now. I may resume doing repairs. I'm telling everyone to check in with me around March, but I also might not continue doing it. It takes up a lot of my day and time and energy, and I'm just, other than the pregnancy, it just takes up too much time and I have so much going on right now. So I hope you can find your answers here on my channel. I will give you some suggestions if you have a doll that needs to be repaired and you're uncomfortable doing it yourself. There's a couple of things. First, getting into the Blythe hobby a lot of times requires you to step out of your comfort zone. The dolls tend to wear out, the strings especially, from pulling them a lot. So if you're not prepared to troubleshoot and fix the doll yourself, it's a difficult hobby to be in. However, if that's just not going to happen for you, there is a group on Facebook called Blythe Customization. That's where I refer most people to go over there, ask questions, and look for someone who may be able to actually help you. I feel really bad when people come to me to fix their dolls, but unfortunately it's just not something I can do all day, every day. So that's one thing that's changed. And part of the reason why I've gotten more busy is my second update, which is the Pacific Northwest BJD Expo, Spring Expo, the full show with vendors and workshops and dinner and lunch and all the things, is going to be in May. The dates have been booked and I am now taking vendor applications. So if you want to be a vendor or exhibitor at that show, please go over to the website. I will link it below and fill out the vendor form and get yourself confirmed. Right now, we don't have any restrictions. Oregon, where I am and where the expo will be, has a lot of declining cases of COVID. So it's looking like the show is going to be full and no restrictions there. So it's going to be just a wonderful time for us all to hopefully get past some of this and get together in person. So check that out. So the vendor application is live. I will be adding information and opening ticket sales for regular attendees, people who are not vending, who just want to attend the event in the next couple of weeks. It's the holidays, so holidays have me behind, being pregnant has me behind, so I'm doing the best I can at this point to get that up soon for you. I'm sure a lot of you are busy right now also, so hopefully after the holidays, we'll get everybody signed up and get all of that going. So those are kind of the two updates, but I've sort of every year now done a holiday giveaway, and so I really wanted to try to keep up that this year. So I decided that I'm going to do a giveaway for my baby bigger. So if you've been following my channel, you know that I am slightly obsessed with the biggers. And they are not necessarily a new doll. I don't actually know when they were first created, but they're kind of new as a doll to customize. And I don't even remember, I just saw a random post of somebody talking about one that was uncustomized. And I really like them because they have the big heads like Blythe. And I think a lot of us that are attracted to Blythe like the proportions of the large head and the big eyes. So when I saw that their proportions are very similar, I wanted to try customizing one. I've done a few videos about them, so you can go back and look. So there are two sizes of BeBeDolls. There is the larger ones that are Blythe size, standard Neo Blythe size. And then there's the baby biggers, which come on a babyish body, but their heads are about the same proportion as a midi Blythe. So it's really exciting because the baby biggers can wear midi Blythe clothes and the larger biggers can wear Neo Blythe clothes, which makes them even more fun to collect because a lot of times getting into new dolls that have different clothing sizes and all this different accessories makes it much harder because there are a few people making clothing for different types of dolls. But so what's nice about these is they can wear Blythe and midi. So this baby bigger is the first one that I did, and he's actually not on a midi body. He's on a body that I just had laying around. And I went back to try to find what doll it was that this body came from, and I could not find it in my orders, unfortunately. I'm gonna keep looking, but I did order a couple of different bodies online this last week to see if they will work as well. So I can't give you the information right now on the body, but overall the size is still about like midi. It's a little bit more, it's a little bit wider. So midi Blythe is a little skinnier. And I just thought the proportions were better on this body. So I have a couple other Biggers dolls coming, but as this was my first and was quite a little experiment, which I will give more information when I do the next baby bigger, I had some trouble with the head and the neck as usual, because the main issue with these dolls is, unlike Blythe, they are a vinyl plastic head that has the type of body that pops in and pops out. So it's not faceplates that come together around the body so the body stays on. So keeping the body on is the hardest part about figuring out the biggers, but I'm really happy with how this one came out. Because I had all that going on, I had some issues around his face with his Mr. Super Clear because of popping his body on and off and trying to make it work. So I wouldn't consider him absolutely perfect, but he's pretty close. And he has a wig, so these dolls, you can either reroot their hair, leave their hair, which I've done, or put a wig on. I really like the wigs. They have more of a natural look. So I decided that he would be the holiday giveaway for this year. So if you're interested in winning this little guy, let's see, today is the 7th of December. I'm hoping that I'll be able to have this video up by tonight. We'll see. After I'm done recording it, I'm going to try to jump on the computer and get it up. And I want this to be able to arrive by Christmas. So I would say, please comment below if you would like to win this little baby bigger, let's say by a week from now or so the 15th of December. Please comment below by the 15th of December if you'd like to win him. When you comment, it's really helpful if you put your email address. So I've done giveaways before where I'm unable to get a hold of the person that won. So I know, people don't always want to give out their email, but there has to be some way for me to contact you. So please put your email in the comment if possible. And you don't have to say anything or do anything. I mean, at this point, I'm not about asking anybody to do any extra effort, but comment something so that I can see your comment. And I'm only gonna do comments on YouTube. I'm not gonna try to do other social media because I don't have the energy. So please just comment below this video if you'd like to win. Comment by the 15th and I will draw a winner and hopefully have him in the mail to the winner by Christmas. Yeah, and I have a bunch of biggers on the way. I still have 2 for sale in my shop. If you're interested, I have 2 of the larger size in my shop, and I have a bunch on the way to customize. So I've had some confusion of people thinking these are actually BeBeDolls in my shop, and they are not. So their eyes do not change. Their eyes are fixed. They're glued into place. Their heads are pretty, they don't move a lot either because of the way that they have to be glued on. At some point, I'll be hopefully finding other ways to customize them and change some of those features. But right now, there's very few people making these dolls. I think there may be a couple others. And I know that my videos have inspired some of you to purchase them and start customizing them. So I'd really love to hear in the comments if you are customizing them and if you're finding out any techniques that work to kind of add features like eyes maybe that move or heads that move a little bit more. Otherwise, I mean, I don't need their eyes to move. I like them the way that they are. But the other major difference that I've had a few people confused about, asking if you can carve them. So their faces are vinyl, not plastic like Blythe. Well, it's all kind of plastic, but it's not the same kind of hard plastic. So you, as far as I know, and this is something that I really want to experiment with these dolls, but if you try to carve these, it is really difficult to sand it smooth. I have seen a couple of customizers who do the Palorena dolls who use their Dremel sander to alter this type of material. And so I really want to try that on maybe one of the dolls that I have coming, because one of the limitations about these dolls that I'm not a huge fan of is there are only so many face molds. I think there's only 4 or 5. And so if you've already done them, you're kind of limited. So it'd be nice to be able to maybe open their mouths or change their look a little bit. So that's something I'll be experimenting with the new ones that I get, and I will share that here as I can and as I have the energy to do that. So anyway, if you'd like to win this little guy, his body is jointed. So, and I did paint his body because it was pretty pale and didn't match him. But normally when I paint bodies, I only paint the parts that are sticking out of the clothes, because paint or Mr. Super Clear on body joints can easily become damaged. So he won't have any paint under here, but just around the neck, arms, and legs. What else can I tell you about him? I guess that's about it. He's ready to come home. His name is Fox. He's got a little fox hat on. So that's about it for me. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. I'm about to overheat, so I gotta get this Christmas sweater and this hat off. Don't forget to comment below to enter to win this guy. And I hope to be back soon with a tutorial video or something about dolls. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So bye everyone. Have a great holiday.